Writing a resume is not complicated. And still, many people don't know how to write a winning resume. A resume is the first impression an employer has of you. If your resume sucks, what do you think they'll think about you? Hi, I'm Belinda Harris, and I'm an HR professional with over 15 years experience in the human resource field. Every day, I post videos to help job seekers like you make the best choices for themselves. I have a master's degree in human resource development and certifications by the Human Resource Certification Institute and Society of Human Resource Management. I am a speaker, a trainer, and business owner, and I am here to help you secure your next employment opportunity. I met a woman who had been networking with different employers, and one of the recruiters she was talking with asked her to send in her resume. The problem is, she didn't have a current resume. Her old resume was 5 pages long and was written 7 years ago, so clearly outdated. She hadn't worked in the last 2 years. So when the recruiter asked her to send in her resume within the next 24 hours to be considered for the job, she panicked. This was one of the jobs she was really interested in. She had networked her way in. Now they wanted her resume. And she wasn't ready. And she didn't think 24 hours was enough time to update her resume. You may be thinking, she should just turn in her old resume. It would be fine. But old resumes get you old results. So if you want something new, like a new job, then you need to have a current resume. Job hunting is challenging these days. Employers get flooded with applications for every opening and may spend as little as 10 seconds screening each resume. Think about it. For one opening, I would usually get 200 resumes. That's a lot of resumes to go through. If I spend just 10 minutes combing through those 200 resumes, it would take a long time to get through them all, which is why most HR representatives only spend a few seconds screening each resume. If you're in the market for a new job, the quality of your resume can make all the difference. But with careful planning and proper formatting, you can write a great resume so that you can land your dream job. So let's start at the beginning. What is the purpose of a resume? A resume lists your knowledge, skills, and abilities. It summarizes and organizes those items so that employers can see your knowledge, skills, and abilities and match it to their position. I'm going to go over some things that you need to do for your resume. But before I do, I want to be clear. Your contact information is important. If you put the wrong email or phone number, HR can't contact you. If your voicemail isn't set up or it's full, HR can't contact you. If you aren't checking the emails on your resume, then when HR contacts you, you'll miss it. So make sure your contact information is correct. Your contact information is your name, phone number, email address, your city and state, not your full address, your city and state. So now I'm going to go over some things that you need to do for your resume. You want to hit the highlights first. Put your most important data up on top, right after your name and contact information. A brief, compelling summary of your qualifications and skills will get the reviewer's attention and display what you can do for the company on the basis of your credentials and accomplishments. You want to err on the conservative side. Take it easy on the formatting tricks. Use bold and italic sparingly so that the text is easy to read. A clean and professional appearance is always the safest approach. You want to be consistent. Make your document easy to scan. Use a consistent layout to make your resume easy to follow and find all the important information like at a glance, like names, dates, job titles, and accomplishments of the company you work for. Emphasize keywords. Read the job posting carefully and integrate those keywords into your resume. If your resume gets screened by an automatic tracking system, this will help it rank higher. Customize your resume for each opening. I talk about that all the time. These days, the competitive job market favors personalizing your resume as much as possible. So try to adapt your language to what you know about the company's culture and the kind of candidate you're seeking, while still being authentic about your true identity. You want to make sure that your resume reflects your interest in the job you want. This means that you'll want to place all the relevant job information at the top where it's more likely to be seen. Oftentimes, the manager won't be the first one to read your resume. So you want to target your information so that it makes the first cut. Quantify your accomplishments. The contributions you made in previous jobs is likely to be the most important factor in helping you get your next job. So focus on how you improve procedures, won awards, earned promotions, or brought in new business. Don't just provide a laundry list of your skill set. Explain your skill set. You can still remain brief while explaining how your skills can benefit the company. This tip alone can greatly improve your chances of getting noticed. You want to use action words. As you're describing your accomplishments, try to start each bullet with a verb. This makes you sound more dynamic and makes your resume more interesting to read. Be concise. Try to pack lots of information into as few words as possible. Avoid repetition or empty jargon. You want to try to keep your sentences short. Focus on recognition. Reinforce your points by mentioning what others say about you. List your honors and your awards. Use numbers. Create a vivid and specific image by quantifying your track record. Tell how many employees you supervise or how much time you've saved. Include skills and training. Your proficiency with computer software or foreign languages may give you an advantage. So make it memorable by adding in some background on how you stay current with your training. Report your volunteer work. A lot of people leave it off their resume, but you want to report your volunteer work. Community service will impress any progressive organization and suggest your values. Record the hours you spent building homes or answering phones or any other volunteer activity that you do. Bullet points. It's important to break up your text with bullet points to avoid lengthy paragraphs. This also helps your employers gain the information they need quickly while skimming your resume. Proofread everything. Print out a copy of your resume to proofread. Read it backwards and forwards, word by word. Give it to at least one friend or family member because a fresh pair of eyes may spot typos that have become invisible to you. So avoid silly mistakes by be sure to go over the final copy thoroughly. Be sure your resume is grammatically correct and avoid typos at all costs. The job market is tough, but a resume that looks good and quickly demonstrates your strongest selling points could help you rise to the top of the stack. Give yourself the best chance to succeed by crafting a resume that will make your prospective employer want to learn more about you. If this video brought you any value and you're wondering what to do next, first, subscribe to our channel. We post videos daily on topics such as this. Second, sign up for a newsletter for tips, templates, resources, and news as it relates to employment, productivity, confidence building, and time management. This is Belinda, and I'll see you at the next video. Hey, before you leave, I need you to subscribe. We need more rocket stars to land their dream job. Subscribe.